We've all heard the phrase, content is king. We all know how crucial it is for marketing campaigns, but the real question is, how do we consistently create a large amount of high quality content that spans across the platform that matter, stays relevant to our business in the long term, and delivers consistent results? Gary Vee put it this way: these logos may change, but my thesis does not. Whatever message you're conveying in a given post should reflect your overall brand, personal message, and the product, services, or value you offer to your audience. The format may change, the words may differ, but the core idea remains the same. Today, we're going to focus on 3 platforms in particular: YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Short-form and long-form content in both video and image formats drive the majority of engagement for viewers. No matter what your niche is, you'll likely find your target audience on these platforms consuming this type of content. In this video, I'm going to be explaining how and why I personally repurpose my YouTube videos for Instagram Reels and TikTok to maximize my efficiency as a content creator. Before we get into the how, let's discuss the importance of repurposing. Why would anybody repurpose anything they have created for multiple uses? Being resourceful is what allows people to get ahead. Whether it be with money or time, we must maximize our use of all things we create to spread our knowledge further. Repurposing content for multiple uses is one of the most effective strategies to save time, maximize resources, and grow your brand. By consistently reusing content across platforms, you can expand your reach, reinforce your message, and engage your audience without the constant pressure of creating new material from scratch. Creating everything from scratch can be overwhelming, especially when you want to put out volume. Repurposing lets you take one piece of high-quality long-form content and turn it into various short formats, ensuring that you're working smarter, not harder. Not only do you begin to create multiple branches of content from one video, but you get to mix your content styles across different platforms by repetitively reinforcing the messages your brand wants to push while tweaking the presentation to fit the platform and audience. Whether adjusting the tone or adapting the format, you can retain your core message while reshaping it to suit different contexts. Meet your audience where they are at. All consumers interact with content differently, depending on the platform. We must experiment with consumption habits to find ways to present a singular creation of ours in a multitude of ways, allowing for avenues of ways to discover you in a plethora of different mannerisms. By sharing the same message in different formats, you build a cohesive brand narrative that's recognizable and engaging, helping consumers interact with your brand in multiple ways. All in all, repurposing ensures that your content works as hard as you do. It allows you to streamline content creation, maintain a consistent presence, reach new audiences, and reinforce your message, all while saving time and resources. Repurposing makes sure that the value you create extends across multiple platforms, driving meaningful engagement and brand growth. This is why it's so important to put your heart and soul into building your YouTube legacy of education, because it can echo for eternity across all these various platforms and set you up for success in a way you've never imagined. Now that we know the importance of repurposing, how do we do it the right way? Even though your goal is to have people consume your content and grow your presence for your business, there must be intention behind the content. Each platform operates similarly but uniquely. YouTube typically focuses on long-form entertainment and/or education. Instagram and TikTok, on the other hand, are more personal spaces where people tend to dopamine scroll, primarily for emotional entertainment with a sprinkle of educational knowledge. It's great to extract clips from your YouTube videos and turn them into solid reels and shorts. There's nothing wrong with cutting down content and posting, as long as you make a few key tweaks. And that's the reason for this video, is to walk you through that process, because I actually care about your brand, your audience, and your time. We need to think outside the box and get the most out of this process. It all boils down to this: creating great content that reaches the right people who are searching for what you offer where you offer it, delivers value in the format it's presented. Recycling and repackaging content isn't enough. This takes real effort. It's not about creating one piece of long-form content and breaking it down to be posting it across multiple platforms. It's especially not the way if you specifically want it to perform at its best across each channel. You need to optimize the content for the platform it's going on. Make the YouTube video so jam-packed with value, grammatically correct, sequentially aligned, formatted properly, so when it's time to break it down into short form, it's easy to utilize the script in the various formats that are available. For short form content, you'll focus on 15 to 30 second portions of each video scripts that build your personal brand and showcase your educational authority and personal individuality in a creative, high energy format. And then you can break down those quotes into tweets and threads and LinkedIn posts of quotes. And then maybe you make those quotes into posts or even more reels. And then you can gather a few tweets and make an email marketing campaign list of templates. The options go on and on. However, it's essential to pay attention to what I'm getting at here. Repurpose, the idea behind your original content for each channel. Since every platform is different, you'll have to tailor your content to fit each one and leverage the unique purpose of each platform. This is crucial when repurposing and will help you create quality content across the board. While it may obviously be valuable to take a current YouTube video we're working on and that we just finished to repackage it for Instagram and TikTok, it's just as valuable to revisit older YouTube videos you've already completed. Based on the feedback and audience analytics you've gathered since, you can reiterate on those ideas and draw from the insights you've gained to improve upon them even further. This process is never ending, but you will get better in time when you know the way. Now it's a matter of the how. This right here shows how one YouTube video can be broken down into reels. To break down a YouTube video into engaging Instagram reels and TikToks, follow these actionable steps. 1. Identify key segments. Watch the full video. Go through the entire YouTube video to understand its structure and content. Highlight key moments. Look for impactful segments like compelling statements, emotional peaks, or interesting facts. Scalp or scope parts of the video that are engaging, entertaining, or informative, able to stand alone as short-form content. Focus on high engagement. Identify parts of the video that naturally elicit a strong response or have valuable information. 2. Plan short-form content. Define the purpose. Decide what each short clip should achieve, whether it's to educate, entertain, or inspire. Break this into clips. Divide the video into 15 to 60 second segments that capture essential points or highlights. Create a hook. Each clip should have a strong hook within the first few seconds to grab attention. 3. Editing the clips. Trim and cut. Use video editing software to trim excess footage and focus on the most engaging parts. Add background music. Choose energetic or relevant background music that enhances the mood. Ensure it's royalty-free or licensed for use. Adjust the volume so it doesn't overpower the main audio. Add captions. Use captions to make your content accessible and engaging. Ensure they're concise and match the video's rhythm. Incorporate graphics and effects. Graphics. Add text overlays, logos, or visual elements that emphasize key points. Effects. Utilize transitions, zooms, or animations to maintain viewer interest. For example, zoom in on important details or use dynamic transitions between segments. Sound effects. Integrate relevant sound effects to highlight actions or transitions. 4. Optimize for each platform. Aspect ratio. Ensure your clips are in the correct aspect ratio for each platform. 9:16 for Reels and TikTok. Thumbnail selection. Choose an attention-grabbing thumbnail for each clip to attract viewers. Add hashtags and descriptions. Use relevant hashtags and compelling descriptions to increase discoverability and engagement. 5. Publish and monitor. Schedule posts. Plan a consistent posting schedule to keep your audience engaged. Engage with viewers. Respond to comments and messages to build a community around your content. Analyze performance. Use platform analytics to track engagement metrics and adjust your strategy based on what works best. Example workflow. Watch the full video. Find a segment where you explain a key concept in a dynamic way. 2. Trim and edit. Cut the segment to fit into a 30-second TikTok. Add a catchy background track and captions summarizing the key points. 3. Add effects. Incorporate a quick zoom effect on important text and use a sound effect to highlight a key moment. 4. Export and upload. Export the edited video in the correct format and upload it to Instagram or TikTok with a relevant hashtag and engaging description. 5. Monitor and adjust. Check the performance of the video. Engage with comments and make adjustments to your approach based on viewer feedback and engagement metrics. By following these steps, you can transform longer YouTube videos into dynamic, high-intensity short-form content that resonates with viewers on Instagram Reels and TikTok. This is what it looks like to get the most out of your content and think outside of the box, to be resourceful, innovative, and optimal in your approach to dissecting your creations. In conclusion, creating content can come with shortcuts, but you still have to be creative and consistent in your output and approach, and constantly think about things from your viewer's perspective. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. Because it's not easy and no one's doing it is the exact reason why it's so effective. To be great, one must accumulate all their years of experience, teaching, and wisdom to come up with the most effective methodologies and philosophies of how they approach their inventions. Once this is recognized, you will always opt to maximize what you have created. It's a lot of work, but it is rewarding to see things you have created be utilized across the board. Develop the systems, experiment, and set procedures so this becomes like clockwork. Get to it, my people. I'll see you in the next video.